the left side of his face.
And whose fist was that?
That was Miss Heard's fist, Amber Heard's fist.
And where was Whitney when this occurred?
Can't say for sure, but I'm guessing, or my best guess is behind Amber.
How did Mr. Depp respond when he was punched?
The initial look on his face kind of mirrored mine, kind of a look of shock, like what just happened, where'd that come from? At that point, I wasn't going to let Mr. Depp get hit anymore, so I moved him down the last flight of stairs to the lower level and told him we're leaving. Like it wasn't up to him anymore, just for his safety. I had let him get hit by a Red Bull can. I let him get punched. My job is to ensure the safety and well-being of my clients, and I felt like I hadn't done that, so it was my time to do my job and get him out of there.
And so where did you go?
So Miss Heard and her sister left Penthouse 5. Again, I don't know where they went. I'm assuming they went through Penthouse 4, or either in 4 or 3. Mr. Depp was not pleased with me, naturally. He went into the bathroom for a couple minutes. Miss Lloyd talked to him, and they came out and agreed that it was time to leave. So as we were leaving the front door, Mr. Depp got right in my face. He was wearing sunglasses, and maybe not sunglasses. He was wearing glasses. Pulled him down, pointed to the left side of his face, and told me, "That's your fault." And I agreed. And then we proceeded to the vehicle, and we left the lots.
What did you see on the left side of Mr. Depp's face?
There was already a nice little shiner. Definitely swollen and red. It wasn't black and blue yet, but it was definitely swollen and red.
At any point during this incident, did Mr. Depp throw anything at Miss Heard?
No.
At any point, did Mr. Depp throw anything at anyone?
No.
At any time during this incident, did Mr. Depp physically respond to Miss Heard?
No.
Do you recall Miss Heard's birthday party in April of 2016?
I do.
Mr. Mcgivern, during the incident we just discussed on March 23rd, what did Mr. Depp have on his right hand?
So he had the same bandage that he had when he arrived from Australia. So it was heavily wrapped. Yeah, a heavily wrapped bandage. I don't know what was underneath, but it was definitely wrapped.
Do you recall whether it was a hard or a soft cast?
I do not.
Okay. Now, moving forward to Miss Heard's birthday party in April 2016, were you present at that dinner party?
I was not. I started my shift, again, around 11 p.m. The party was going on in Penthouse 5. I don't typically take part in get-togethers, so I think I probably hung out in the CP. Shortly after I got there, the party kind of winded down. I believe Mr. Depp got there. He was late, so I think he got there shortly after I started my shift. He went into Penthouse 5. Again, the party wound down shortly thereafter, and then, as far as I know, Mr. Depp and Miss Heard went back to Penthouse 3 shortly thereafter.
Did you see Mr. Depp again that evening?
That morning I did, early that morning, yeah, or the following morning. Again, I got a text. My best guess is around the same time, 4. There were so many incidences. They're hard to keep straight, but probably around 4 or 5 that morning, requesting my presence in Penthouse 3.
And what did you do after you received that text message?
Went to Penthouse 3.
And what did you observe when you went to Penthouse 3?
Again, a verbal argument. I think it was made clear that some phones had been thrown out the window or something, down to Broadway. Mr. Depp was again ready to leave, to get out of the situation. He had his couple bags over his shoulders. Wanted to grab a few valuables that we always used to grab when this happened. Some framed letters from either Hunter S. Thompson or Marlon Brando. Yeah, and then I believe we left. I think I got him out of the situation again. We did look for the phone briefly, I think, on our way back to West Hollywood. But my main concern was getting him away from the situation, so I didn't find the phone. And then we proceeded back to his suites or properties.
What do you recall about Miss Heard's demeanor that evening when you saw her?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing that. I mean, they were arguing like usual in those circumstances, but nothing pops out.
What, if any, injuries did you observe on Miss Heard that evening?
I didn't notice any injuries.
In your time working for Mr. Depp, have you ever seen Mr. Depp physically abuse Miss Heard?
I have not.
Now, you mentioned a couple occasions. How many times have you witnessed Miss Heard be physically abusive towards Mr. Depp?
Obviously, the March 23rd thing in Penthouse 5. Physically abusive, I don't know how to define that, but I have seen her physically try to prevent him from leaving before, so grabbing his arms, standing in front of him, pushing him. Again, I don't know if that's physically abusive, but I've definitely seen her touch him on multiple occasions.
Have you ever observed Mr. Depp use any drugs?
I have.
And what drugs have you seen Mr. Depp use?
Are you talking non-prescription drugs?
Yes.
Marijuana and cocaine.
How many times have you seen Mr. Depp use marijuana?
Too many to count. I mean, daily.
And how many times have you seen Mr. Depp use cocaine?
A couple, two.
How would you describe Mr. Depp's demeanor when he's using marijuana?
Chill, for lack of a better word. Mellow. Yeah, I don't know how to better describe it. Just super mellow.
And how would you describe Mr. Depp's demeanor when you've seen him use cocaine?
The same. So I've seen him use it, like seen him use it a few times. I've known of him using it other times, and I feel like it